Hello YouTube, this is the best mediocrity. My name is Jason, and this is a domination game on a firing range. And in this game I am using the AUG suppressed with a tactical insertion, flak jacket, sleight of hand pro, and marathon. I am running the high kill streaks, blackbird, chopper gunner, and gunship, and I do okay with them. I don't get as many kills as I could have, but you know, it's kills. But I mainly use this class for domination games because, one, the China Lake helps defend the objectives with explosives, and flak jacket is important for capturing the flags and because of all the grenades coming at you. Sleight of hand pro I pretty much have on everything, and marathon helps you get to the flags and other places where you need to go. In this game, I sort of play more defensively, and I sort of play the objective a little bit. I get some defends, but I'm mainly going for kills, which on a map like this, getting a chopper gunner and gunship really helps your team be able to capture flags, and that's what they did, because I had a really good team, and one of my teammates got 8 captures, and another got 7, so they're really playing the objective very well. But enough of the gameplay, I just thought I'd tell you a little fact about me. I am a juvenile type 1 diabetic, and for those of you who don't know what that is, which I think most of you would, but it's where your pancreas stops working and your pancreas produces insulin. And so the insulin that is needed for keeping your blood sugar low when you eat food is no more. So you are dependent on an external source for insulin, and my external source is an insulin pump. What it is it's just something that continuously gives you small doses of insulin, and once you eat, you have to enter the amount of carbs that you eat and transform it to the amount of insulin you need. I've had diabetes since I was 8 years old. I think it was around 2002 or 2003, and when I first got it, we signed up for this thing that is called the Dream Factory, and what that is they help kids with life-threatening or diseases that are uncurable. They help kids sort of get through it by just giving them something special, and usually it's like a trip to somewhere, and my trip was to Disney World. Never been there, and it's in Florida and I'm in Missouri, so we don't really have much like Disney World. But I stayed in a place called Give Kids the World, and that was for just a place for all the kids sort of like me or with diseases, and they are sponsored by like Make-A-Wish and Dream Factory and all those places. My favorite part about that was probably having an unlimited source of ice cream for free. I had so many ice cream breakfasts that it was just the best. It probably wasn't the best for a new diabetic to start picking out on ice cream, but you know, it worked out. They also fund you. They like give you some money to travel, and this is all like free to us, and they also give us like spending money. So it was really nice just to go and have my first airplane ride and everything. It was just a great experience. Then my family, after the vacation that they paid for, we stayed in a beachside hotel, and we just sort of hung out and tried to relax from the random diagnosis of me getting diabetes, and it sort of caused a little chaos in our family, because when I got diabetes I was really sick, and apparently I had like sort of traces of diabetes. I don't know what I'm saying, but I sort of had traces, like I could have had diabetes earlier, and they might have caught it and made it less bad when I got diabetes. But I don't know the scientific term for it, but I had hand, foot, mouth, which is sort of like chicken pox, but just on your hand, feet, and stuff, as the name of it would say. And I also had the flu, and sort of a mix of those contracted and sort of made me really sick, and eventually my mom was massaging my legs because they hurt a lot, and eventually she got to my knees, and I started screaming because of the pain, and she thought it really wasn't that bad, like I was just overreacting. But when she rolled up my my pant leg, she saw that my knees were purple. So then she called my grandma, which is a nurse, and she said we should go to the doctor. And I just remember sipping a bunch of 7-Up, trying to not puke, and that probably wasn't the best for a diabetic. But then I went to a Children's Mercy hospital, and we have 2 around our area, and we went to the south one, and they transferred us to the main Children's Mercy because they thought I had diabetes. And I got transported over in an ambulance, and I barely remember it, but it was amazing. Well, not really amazing, but it was just interesting being transported instead of just looking at an ambulance. And the next day or so was a total blur. I was in and out of falling asleep. I was just waking up, and then doctors were asking me questions, and I was just so confused. And I knew where I was, but I just didn't really know what was going on. I didn't know that I had diabetes, because 1, I didn't even know what it was, and 2, they never really told me that I was a diabetic until they started pricking my finger for my blood sugar. And then it took some getting used to get in the habit of stabbing myself with needles, and then I didn't have a pump, and pumps weren't really that much used, so I had shots, and the video's long over, so I should probably go. Just remember to comment, like my video, and subscribe. Thank you. But I do love how they totally dashboarded in the end, but I was host, so I was able to keep this video.